In the world of prestige TV and tabloid speculation, it doesn't take much for fans to light a spark and watch it turn into wildfire. And lately, the White Lotus stars Walton Goggins and Aimee Lou Wood found themselves at the center of that blaze. It all started with an SNL sketch, intended to parody the tropical tension and interpersonal chaos of the White Lotus, that ended up igniting a storm off-screen. The sketch poked fun at several aspects of the show's characters, but it was a particular joke about Aimee Lou Wood's teeth that raised eyebrows. Wood didn't take it lightly, publicly voicing her discomfort with how her appearance was mocked for laughs. But when her co-star, Goggins, appeared to praise the sketch on Instagram, the internet jumped to conclusions. Was there a brewing feud behind the scenes? Did Goggins just throw subtle shade at his co-star? Was their seemingly close dynamic a facade? Now, the speculation can finally be put to rest. In a candid, no-holds-barred interview with Variety published June 4th, Goggins and Wood addressed the rumors head-on, with Goggins vehemently denying any bad blood between the two. According to the righteous Gemstones star, the entire situation was nothing more than a dramatic misunderstanding fueled by the internet's thirst for conflict. The next day, I made a vicious swipe against my friend? Goggins repeated with disbelief. I've been posting for 14 years. If I have something to say, I'll say it to your face. I don't use social media to be mean, and I'm not a mean guy. That's just not who I am. Goggins admitted that he deleted the post because he saw how it was being twisted by fans online, but emphasized, once and for all, that there was zero malicious intent behind it. That's the story, he said plainly. But in today's hyper-connected, hyper-scrutinized media culture, clarity doesn't come easy. Fans weren't just dissecting emojis and captions, they were tracking who followed whom. So when Goggins unfollowed Wood on Instagram, social media detectives treated it like the smoking gun of a celebrity Cold War. The real story? As it turns out, it's a lot deeper and more human than anyone imagined. Before filming The White Lotus in Thailand, Goggins had visited the country during one of the most painful chapters of his life, grieving the death of his first wife. Returning there for work was, as he described, emotionally transformative. My catharsis in this experience was different than other people's, because of my history in this place, Goggins shared. I knew what we had gone through on set, how close we had become as a cast. But for me, I needed to start processing the goodbye to these characters, Rick and Chelsea, and what they meant in my journey. I let her know, this is what I've got to do, he said, and she was extremely supportive about that. That type of understanding doesn't sound like a feud, it sounds like friendship. Deep, complex, real friendship. And for Goggins, it's important that fans know just how much Wood means to him, both as a collaborator and as a person. The reality is this: Walton Goggins and Aimee Lou Wood went through something powerful together while filming The White Lotus. The show may be fictional, but the bond between co-stars is real, forged in shared creativity, long shooting days, emotional scenes, and yes, even the aftershocks of internet fame. And if a viral sketch and an Instagram post were all it took to shake that bond, it wouldn't have been real to begin with. For those still stuck on the SNL sketch, let's set the record straight. Yes, Wood had every right to speak out about how it made her feel. And yes, Goggins had every right to find humor in the parody. But disagreement does not equal division. In fact, as their interview proves, it's possible to have different reactions to the same thing and still love each other deeply. Because at the end of the day, real relationships, whether they're romantic, platonic, or professional, aren't measured by perfect alignment. They're measured by mutual respect, communication, and support. And from everything Goggins and Wood have shared, they have that in spades. So what's next for the two stars now that the drama has been put to bed? For Goggins, it sounds like a well-earned break on a Greek island is in the cards. For Wood, the sky's the limit. She's already established herself as a force to be reckoned with. And if Goggins' glowing praise is any indication, her best years are just beginning. As for the White Lotus fanbase, maybe it's time to let go of the fantasy feud and appreciate the reality. Two actors at the top of their game, navigating the chaos of fame with honesty, vulnerability, and heart. Because in the end, As Goggins put it best, there is no feud. She is love, and I know that I am that to her.